What's good, bro? All right, so look, we just got done with the first round officially last night, right? Um, I know we technically started round two with Indy and Cleveland, but before we get into my predictions for round two, we're gonna recap what went down in round one. Whew. Let's go series for series, bro. All right. So my first video, I said that Cleveland was gonna win in five. They ended up sweeping these boys. All right. Let me turn this light down. I seem a little too bright. Yeah, cool. That's a little better. How about this one? Oh, that's already down. All right, back. I'll look a little better. Cool. They ended up sweeping these boys, like I said. Next series, I said that Indiana was gonna beat Milwaukee in seven. These boys, gentlemen, swept them, and it was ultimately because of Damian Lillard. Giannis was out there by himself. Gary Trent showed up in the last two games, but yeah, Indiana was a force to be fucked with. And I love this rivalry that they got going, so I'm here for it. Indy takes it in a gentleman's sweep. I said Detroit was going to win in six, but this is the first series where I lost. I'm super proud of the Pistons, though, bro, to be the last seed of the Eastern Conference, to have a record 28-game losing streak, right? To now being a playoff team, not a play-in, playoff. JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year, first ballot, like I said in the last video. But, dog, I'm proud of the effort they put up in this series, even though one of those games could have been Detroit's win. Knicks fans know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. How y'all not gonna call the foul on THJ shooting a three? Shooting the three for the win. Josh Hart clearly fouled that nigga. But it is what it is. I ain't tripping. The Knicks took care of business in six. Jalen Brunson showed up and showed out. But, hey, Towns need to show up too. This man put up 10 points in two of them games. That's not winning basketball, my boy, at all. You feel me? So we're going to see what they do versus the winner of these guys, which is Boston, as you can see right here. I knew this was going to be a gentleman's sweep too. I might have said four. I might have said five. I forget off top. But, hey, Celtics coming back to try to get the back-to-back championships. The first time since Golden State. All right. Oh, shit. I'm all around the world with it. Let's move on to the Western Conference. I knew that the Thunder was going to win. I said five. These boys swept them. The opening game was a 50-point deficit, bro. 50. You know how crazy that is to lose by 50 on the opening day of the playoffs? Ooh, that's insane. Anyways, Thunder took care of business like they were supposed to. Bro, this is arguably the best series of the first round, bro. Because it was haymaker for haymaker with these two teams, bro. Denver ended up beating the Clippers in a 7-game dogfight. Not just a battle, not just a series. It was a dogfight for real, bro. Man. And honestly, this could have went either way, but I'm glad Denver took care of business because, shit, with me living in Colorado, I get to see more Nuggets basketball. A little biased, but it is what it is. This is championship DNA. There is a champion on the Clippers, but, again, he can't do it all by himself, right? So it is what it is with that. Moving on with the next series, my goofy ass went for the Lakers to win in six, I think. But in the words of Anthony Edwards, man, Ant-Man, Superman, Batman, Lakers in five. Oh, man, that boy Ant-Man shut all the critics up, bro. And now I feel like a target is on Ant-Man back individually, right? Because last postseason, he swept, might I say, KD and Booker. He took Jokic to 7 games and won. Now he just took down LeBron and Luka in a gentleman sweep. And now he about to go against the winner of the Rockets versus the Warriors, which is indeed the Golden State Warriors. So if this man beat Steph too, hold on, we're going to get there. Hold on, I'm jumping ahead. Before we get there, the Rockets put up a fight too. This is the second best series. And honestly, it looked like the Rockets were going to win until the second half. Really, Buddy Hield saved these niggas. Let's just keep it a buck. The first half by Buddy Hield was phenomenal. And to end the game with 9 3-pointers, he saved these old heads. I will say that. So, good job, Buddy, for saving the team in the series and the season, might I say. The Rockets put up a hell of a fight, though. They're here to stay. Just like the Pistons. They're here to stay. You're going to see them motherfuckers next year ready. Got that experience on their belt now. Now they ready. You feel me? It's going to be crazy. Anyways, moving on to the next round. The conference semifinals, right? Shit getting spicy now, all right? Let's start off with the game that already happened yesterday. Cleveland Cavaliers, the 1 seed. Pacers, the 4 seed. Indiana already took care of business in game 1. And it was a good game, might I say. It was a good game. I'm going Indy. I feel like the Cavs, even though they're a great team, I think they're built for the regular season and not mentally ready for the next step in the playoffs, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. And they're missing Darius Garland. That's their playmaker. Spider as a scorer, he could play make a little bit, but he is not the playmaker compared to the likes of Tyrese Halliburton. And that boy is clicking lately. You feel me? Nembhard, Neesmith both went off last night as well. Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner played their average game of basketball. Bro, this is a solid squad in Indy. And they went to the East Finals last year versus Boston. So it may be a repeat. It just might, you know. If Cleveland wants to win this series, Darius Garland needs to get that toe back right so he could play. That way Donovan Mitchell can just focus on being a scorer. He did drop 33 last night, but can he keep that average? Y'all know Spider good for dropping 31 game, 13 the next. You feel me? So Evan Mobley has to step up big. DeAndre Hunter and Ty Jerome both had to step up big, even though they both had good games last night as well. Jared Allen, along with the Twin Tower, Evan Mobley, like I said before. Max Strus is really the biggest X factor. Well, he's a starter, but he needs to average about 10 or 15 points this series if they're trying to make it a series. If not, if he's unavailable and he doesn't show up for real, along with the other guys that I mentioned, this is Indiana's series to fucking lose. Respectfully, because this is about to be not an easy cakewalk, but this is their series, honestly. I got Indy, all right? Next one, which is going on tonight at 7 Eastern. These Knickerbockers versus the Lunatics. I really do not like either of these franchises, I'm going to be honest. But I got to go with championship DNA, man. I got to go with championship DNA. They already got banner number 18. They trying to get 19. And the Knicks are in the way of that. Get the fuck out the way, Knicks. I got the Knicks. I don't say that they're going to get swept. I think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep, if not 6 games. I think they do have one game that they could win. One. Because they lost to these boys throughout the regular season. 0-4. 2 in New York, 2 in Boston. So I really do think that Jalen Brunson may be the clutch player of the year that he is and win 1 for New York. The X factor of this series for New York is Tom Thibodeau, the coach. This nigga needs to learn and understand that he has more than 5 players on his fucking team. You're running all of your good guys to the fucking floor. If you don't trust your fucking bench, that's your fault. That's between you and the front office. Don't take it out on the players, nigga. You need to take it out on the front office, nigga. Especially if they choose you to control the team and coach the team. Coach Thibodeau, this is your series to lose. Or to win in this case. Because this is Boston's series to lose. Honestly. But I got Boston in a gentleman's sweep for sure. And this series here, I don't know if I said a number, but I got Indy in 6. Moving on. This is going to be the series, okay, in the second round. The battle of the MVP candidates. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the 3-time MVP and NBA champion, Nikola Jokic, and the Denver Nuggets. Game 1's tonight as well. Oh my God. Even though the Thunder are stacked and they have phenomenal chemistry, they're a young team that lack playoff experience. The Nuggets, however, in this matchup, they have more championship experience than these guys. Plus, this series is personal for Russell Westbrook. He's the X factor for the Nuggets. He's the fucking X factor for the Denver Nuggets. I don't know which way to go, but I know this is going to be a 7-game series. Without question. And whoever wins this series wins the MVP. That's how I see it. But without question, this is going to be the series, bro. This is going to 7. No question. I got to go championship DNA. I'm sorry. And it's going to suck because this is where OKC fell short last season before they added Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hardenstein. But I don't see the big man of OKC shutting down Jokic or slowing him down. I don't see that happening. Then you got AG. DeAndre Jordan needs to play more minutes this series too to increase the height value and the height competition between OKC. I know they just got rid of Coach Malone before the playoffs, which is, I think, still idiotic. But the new coach, which is Rick Adelman's son, I hope you're watching this, or I hope you understand, or somebody on the coaching staff told you to play DeAndre Jordan regularly for height purposes and defensive purposes, because we're going to need it versus OKC. For real, going to need that shit. But as much as that hurts, because I don't know, it could go either way. It go either way for real. But I got Nuggets in 7. And then the last series of the second round, I'm just going to say the Western Conference got some fucking matchups, bro. The East is cool, but the West is tricky because this could also be a 7-game series, bro. I don't think nobody's getting gentlemen swept or swept, okay? The Timberwolves have a powerhouse right now. You know, of course, led by Ant-Man, the potential face of the league, who's just on his Thanos mission right now, collecting gems from all the old legends of the old decade. This is crazy. And now he's about to face another god or legend in Steph Curry. This guy's teamed up with Jimmy Buckets and Draymond Green. But on the Timberwolves, they got a squad. Even though they still missing Cat, which I feel like is a big piece, a big loss. They got Nas Reed. They got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. Mike Conley is like the OG, but he could still drop some clutch threes for you if needed. Julius Randle, even though he has his inconsistencies, he was locked in versus the Lakers. I will give him that. That was a big surprise. Excuse me. So hopefully they could keep that energy, or he specifically could keep that energy in this series. Dante DiVincenzo, another spark. Jaden McDaniels needs to play phenomenal defense, slowing down Steph Curry as best he can, because that's a task in itself. Wearing out Jimmy Butler, if he can, because that's also a task in itself. Man. I know Draymond has beef with Rudy Gobert. Please don't put people in chokeholds. Don't kick people in the nuts. Don't swing and punch nobody in the face. You can just play basketball, Draymond. Please. Play basketball. Legit basketball. Please, I'm begging. I don't know who to go for, bro. I really don't know. I really don't know who to go for in this one, man. The Western Conference, both of the series are tough, okay? I'm not going to be mad if... Okay, before I finish that sentence, let me finish here. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking more for the bench production in this series, because Nickeil Alexander-Walker is another piece that could light it up for Minnesota. So in that case, whoever has the strongest bench wins this series. And based off what we saw in the first round with both of these teams in their respective series, I gotta go Minnesota. I got to. Their bench is too legit. Like, they pick up the same flow, if not increase the flow of what's going on already in the game. And that's special. That's what you need from your bench production. You feel me? The starters could do all they can, but this is a marathon, not a sprint, not a race. This is a fucking marathon. So Steve Kerr is smart enough to not play his starters for long periods of time without letting the bench have some playtime too, you know? So I'm going to go Minnesota, and I'm going to go 7 as well. If it goes 6, then oh my God. But I got Minnesota in this series. Ant-Man is on a fucking a tour of just collecting all the stones for his Thanos glove, bro. My mama. It's funny, but it's so true. All right. So just to recap, round 2 predictions. I got Pacers in 6, Celtics in the gentleman's sweep. That's 5. I got Nuggets in 7, and I got Timberwolves in 7. This is going to be epic, especially in the Western Conference. Now, if OKC decides to win, I'm not going to be mad, because I would love to see OKC go against the Timberwolves. I would love that. because Shay and Ant-Man had they back and forth, last season during the regular season. So to see them match up in the Western Conference Finals in a 7-game series would be special. Don't get me wrong. It would be absolutely special. But I would love to see Jokic get his revenge on Ant-Man. That would be special as well. So we're just going to have to see what happens, y'all. All right? That's my predictions. So let me know what y'all predict in the comments. We could talk about it for real, because I'm not no psychic. I ain't saying that these are the winners, but this is who I think will win based off of, my expertise and what I've been seeing and all the stories and reports that I've also catch up on too. I really think that my picks are solid, and I hope to see them in the conference finals in the East and the West respectfully. But that's my picks, man. Let's chop it up in the comments and talk about how y'all feel about it, and enjoy these playoffs, man. I'll catch y'all in the next one.